What's up, demons and demonettes? Tis I, Trexie, demon, Queen, and today, we're gonna go, read some Titans, but before we get into it, as always, toss a like and subscribe down below. So, Titan Reaver is the latest mode to come to AFK Journey with patch 1.2.3. I dropped this reset. So what you're basically gonna do is you're gonna fight two bosses, back-to-back, similar to Ravage Realm, except you're gonna use two 5-man squads. And you can't repeat heroes, and you can't repeat artifacts, similar to Ravage Realm. There are some okay rewards. Oh, we get some diamonds, we get some gold, we get some crimson essence, and we get some twilight essence. Alright, so as you can see, we already got max rewards. Not too bad to get the max rewards. You see, you get some diamonds along the way, and then crimson essence and gold, and eventually it turns into just crimson essence and the twilight essence, getting 15 twilight essence. You get a decent amount of crimson essence, which will help us craft charms. But yeah, I mean, these are just the same bosses you see in Dream Realm. There is a cap of 300, but we still get all of our seasonal stuff, right? So we don't get the talent tiles, but we do get the artifacts and the charms. And if you can see, there's no leaderboard, but I'll move out to the side. You can see that you surpassed X players or X percentage. It doesn't really tell you overall rankings, it just tells you how you did in the overall populace. Now there is going to be some RNG, but we're going to talk about what is, or looks to be, the best squad and some possible other squads you can use. So as you can see, here's my best run. That was the 1334. We used Mikola, Rainer, Kruger, Lily May, Harak with a frontline, and then we used Arkeen here with Freyasto, Thorin, Shakir, Taylene, and Coco. Now, I will mention that some of the best squad may change, because as you can see, I have a different one here, with Smokey over Thorin, because I don't have my Shakir charm set, so it could be that this squad's just better if you don't have the Shakir charm set, or this squad is better, again, with the Shakir charm set. Now, with noting with the artifact here, frontline is more consistent with this squad. A resonator has a ton, and I mean a ton of more RNG involved to it, because it messes up the eat order and it creates a bigger window for damage, right? So you can have a higher high. So my highest with a resonator was actually on that squad was 622. I don't know if we saved it though, because like you have infinite runs, so you could do infinite tests, right? So here you could see my highest high was 622. So what we want to do is try to get our two highs to align to see if we could get the highest score. It just has not happened yet. So let's go. I would do the replay. But you can only replay one boss at a time. So let's go ahead and we'll go see it in action, and we'll check it there. And I'll go over the formations there. Alright, so this is the Harak squad. This squad is pretty consistent and does not change. So you're going to have a Mikola to the side here, Kruger to the side here, Rainer in the middle, Lily May getting both buffs from Rainer. There's no point in buffing Harak because the buff doesn't last long enough for him to be effective in getting that damage. So Lily May is going to be more consistent with her damage overall. So she's going to benefit more from that buff in the beginning. Whereas Harak has a ramp up time. So by the time he ramps up to full, that buff from Rainer will be long gone. So we don't need that. Because that Resonator is better here. The ideal eat order is going to be Mikola, Rainer, Kruger, and not eating a Lily May. That's how I resulted in the 622, and that's how we are seeing the higher highs with this squad and using the Resonator. Like I said, the eat order is more consistent with frontline, and it's just a more consistent damage overall. So you could just run that just to clear it. Again, we only need 550 million. So with a big account, it's a very easy clear. For your second squad, if you're gonna run the Thorin build, you want to put Freyasto here with the real copy on Shakir, then Illusion here on Taline, Coco in the back, with Thorn to the side, and again, we're going to run Arcane. Now, if you want to run the Smoky build, the setup is a little bit different. And we'll talk about what is ideal. This is the ideal Smoky build. But again, you need to have the charm set for Shakir to get the maximum damage out of this, which we don't have. So again, we're just gonna run that. Now we should have it by a reset. Let me just get out of this. I already messed it up. We should have it by reset. Yeah, so now we're good. We got our formation back and we're ready to go. So we'll run it and see how it goes. But oh, and then you're probably wondering, well, I don't have Harak. Who can I substitute in? So what I did was I dropped, since I'm not running Harak, we don't need Kruger. I ran just Odie. And I actually did something more like, I want to make sure Odie gets teleported over. But we can give him the buff. We want him to get Resonator, so we can do something more like this. And this will do a decent amount of damage. So we can see it in action. We already know the other one's going to do like 600 to 602. Or 622. So we could just watch this in action. You can always hit... One thing to note is, like, especially with Harak, if your E order fucks up, you can just hit this, and you can just hit retry, and it'll just restart for you. You don't really, need to exit and continue. There's no skip button. You don't need to run it out. You could just hit retry. So if you have Foobar from the beginning, you could just hit retry. But this squad does decent damage, and you just need to get to the 550 between the two. So if you can't run Harak, don't worry about getting the best pars that is possible. Don't worry about getting in the top 99.98 or 99.99, because you won't get there without Harak. But with these squads, you can get there to the top 98%. But again, there's no bonus, there's no rewards, at least now for ranking. There is just the rewards for 515. So as you can see, this is doing decent damage already. We're already halfway there. So what we'll do is we'll just pause it, because then we can just rerun it with Harak. Because there's, like I said, there's a lot of RNG. But we'll run the good one. Try to get a big parse. Alright, so you see there, it's doing 447. So we'd only need 100 million out of our other squad. So that one works really well. And those are all heroes you may already have built up.
How did you know I was hungry? You just made the
Alright, but again,
best
there's no new mechanics on these bosses. They have infinite health, but they don't work like the endless bosses. It's weird. So chunk damage just isn't as effective. So Ludo, who's really big in endless right now, isn't as big on these bosses. So actually, oh, I think I know what it is. I think they work more like the bosses in Arcane Labyrinth, where they don't have infinite health. They just lose health bars, and it just counts the health bars they lose. So there we got Mikola Arena. Now, obviously, we want Kruger to get eaten next, and other to get the highest damage. But this has a big range. He ate Kruger, so we're good to go. There is a possibility that he doesn't eat Kruger and a Lily Maid dodges it. That's bad as well, because he needs to eat Kruger to get the bonus for his attack. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get that high. So there we got a 610. Not bad, not bad. Only 12 below our max. So this one could be cruising for a new high score. Because this one's usually a pretty consistent as well. This fight doesn't have too much RNG. I mean, there's always gonna be RNG involved in these types of fights, but this one doesn't have as much. Go team, go! Come on, let's get like 730. 740 would be nice. No. So then when you finish the event, it's going to give you your combined score at the end. As you can see, we got a new overall best. We still haven't gotten our best scores to combine into one big score, right? So that's ideal. That's what we want. You can, and again, you could just double check your stuff at the end. You can share it to guild. You can share the formations to the formations window. One also thing we can note is you could do proxy, right? So you could proxy battle it. So you go here. So this is a good way to get your proxies done if you have not sent out proxies, because one of the things we haven't been able to really do as of recently, now that it's later in the season with the double stages, is get the synergy proxy done. This quest here for guild, right? So I haven't completed this quest in forever, but now we can get this done. So it's a way to get some quick guild crests or tokens if you need them to finish off an extra copy of somebody this week, and you're looking to build this out fast. You could do this real fast just by having people in your friends list send it to you, just doing the proxy off of the guild. And that's it for this one, and I wish you good luck for getting this event done, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!